the news, Federal High Court Umuahia's ruling to allow Malami Amechi in Gige contest primaries while holding office. Hold comprehensive peace talks or suffer for generations, Ukraine Zelensky tells Russia. South African government to fine businesses 100,000 rand for employing foreigners, Labour Minister says. Details shortly. This is TOS Television, your digital-first Pan-African news network. I am Abigail Ukmade, and this is TOS News 360. A disturbing video making rounds on YouTube has emerged, showing some police officers believed to be attached to Pangani Police Station, a suburb in Kenya capital Nairobi, ordering criminal suspects to lie on the ground before going ahead to shoot them at close range. Following a rage from the public, a police statement made by the said officers claimed they had challenged the suspects who declined to surrender, shooting at the officers instead, thereby forcing the killer cops to act in self-defense by gunning them down. Now in Nigeria, a week after the Senate refused to remove Section 84 subsection 10 of the Electoral Act, a federal high court in Umuahia on Friday annulled the section, insisting that it was at variance with the provisions of the Nigerian Constitution. This effectively allows serving ministers and aides to the president, serving state commissioners to contest for political positions without resigning from their offices. House of Representatives have said it will react to the judgment when it gets the certified truth copy of the ruling. Now, the Academic Staff Union of Universities has kicked against the initiation of new bills for the creation of new universities in Nigeria, though the shortage of universities and lecturers in the country also told the government to focus on fixing the existing universities and the entire university system. ASUU on Monday extended its one-month warning strike by 2 months over the failure of the government to meet its demands. Now, tragedy struck in Bauchi State as 3 people lost their lives while 16 others sustained various injuries in a lone auto crash. Sector Commander Federal Road Safety Corps Yusuf Abdullahi, who confirmed the incident, said the accident, which involved a commercial Toyota Hiace bus belonging to Chigawa Sunrise, occurred in Korosho village along the Bauchi-Kano Road at around 6:13 p.m. on Friday. He blamed the cause of the crash on speed violation and loss of control. Pope Francis has issued a new constitution for the Vatican Central Administration, known as the Curia, stating that any baptized lay Catholic, including women, can head any Vatican department. Most Vatican departments have been headed by male clerics, usually cardinals. The new constitution took more than 9 years to complete. It will take effect on June 5. This is your digital first Pan-African news network, TOS Television. You're watching TOS News 360. Updates on the Russian-Ukraine war and developments across Africa when we return. To stay with us. Thank you for staying with us. President Volodymyr Zelensky called on Saturday for comprehensive peace talks with Moscow to stop its invasion of Ukraine, saying it would otherwise take Russia several generations to recover from its losses in the war. The two sides have been involved in talks for weeks with no sign of a breakthrough. Zelensky also accused Russian forces of deliberately blocking the supply of humanitarian supplies to the city under attack. Ukrainian authorities hope to open 10 of such corridors on Saturday. Now, Russian cosmonauts arrived at the International Space Station wearing Ukrainian colors in what appears to be a statement opposing the invasion. The 3 men were the first new arrivals since Russia attacked its eastern neighbor last month. Now to developments across Africa. The UN Commission on Human Rights in South Sudan released a new report on Friday, saying it had reasonable grounds to believe that 142 members of the government of South Sudan have engaged in acts amounting to war crimes. The grave right abuses range from mass rapes and sexual slavery of women to deliberate killings of dozens of children, including at least one infant who was beaten to death by soldiers in front of his mother. A South African court on Friday upheld a complaint by activists that poor air quality in the coal belt is a breach of constitutional rights, giving the Environment Minister a year to enforce a clean air plan drawn up a decade ago. Activists, scientists and doctors have argued that an epidemic of respiratory diseases in the coal belt east of the capital Pretoria and main city Johannesburg is a direct result of high levels of air pollution. A 2019 study for the state-owned Council for Scientific and Industrial Research showed more than 5,000 South Africans die annually in the coal belt from poor air quality standards, and that a quarter of households there have children with asthma. South Africa's Minister of Employment and Labour announced that a fine of 100,000 rand will be slammed on businesses for employing foreigners. The Minister of Employment and Labour published the draft National Labour Migration Policy and Employment Services Amendment Bill on February 28, 2022 for public comment for a period of 90 days, whereafter it will be tabled in Parliament. The bill establishes that businesses will employ foreign nationals on terms and conditions of employment that are not inferior to those of South Africa, permanent residents and refugees, and retain copy of all documents reflecting that the foreign national is lawfully entitled to be employed in South Africa. And that is it on TOS News 360 on your digital first Pan-African News Network. For more updates, to visit www.tostvnetwork.com. Follow us and like our social media handles on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Remember to subscribe on YouTube. To stay with us and enjoy more programs on TOS Television Network, I am Abigail Lukmade. Thanks for watching.